The second round of the FIM Supermoto World Championship comes to Comunitat Valenciana. It's the second time to this region, but for the first time racing at this circuit, so it's another new racetrack for the riders to learn. It's also the second round of the S2 European Championship. The weather forecast is hot and sunny, and the Circuit de la Vega has everything and will be a real challenge for the riders in both classes. Short start straight here at Albaida, through a tight first turn, a right-hander into a short straight, and then through a fast right, through a fast left, all the way out to the curb on the exit, and then braking hard for the 180 left-hand turn. Might be a little bit of action going on there during the race. Through a series of right-left turns, and then opening up, hitting the curb here, a long right-hand turn, down a back straight, and then braking hard, just over a slight crest as we peel into this next right, and then as we pick it up on the fat part of the tyre, we enter the off-road part, dropping down a short descent. You can see how hard and blue-proof it is as well through this left. Short climb through a left and a right, and then climbing up a little bit more over a tabletop, plunging back downhill, and then climbing again onto a plateau where we turn right. Exit there. Immediately we're into a tabletop, and then on the landing we prepare for the final turn on the racetrack. A left-hander that takes you through 180 degrees, then we're back on the start finish straight, and that is a lap here at Albaida. S2 riders line up then, with Voracek on pole from Sitniansky and Promotuco, with Juan Lados, the first of the Spaniards. He heads up row 2 in front of his home crowd. Lights go out, and we're all systems go here in Albaida for race 2, which was won the first time out by Peter Voracek. It's Voracek who leads here from Milan Sitniansky in second, Lorenzo Promutico and Roman Kaivers in fourth place. Voracek dropping downhill ahead of Sitniansky, Promutico and Giovanni Busai in fourth position. So Busai on a charge already as we go on board here with Roman Kaivers. He's in fifth place just behind the Spaniard, Joan Lados. Voracek though, still leading the way from Sitniansky, Promutico, Busai and Lados. As they work their way through the off-road section. On board there with Kaivers almost into the rear wheel of Lados. Voracek still leads though, and Sitniansky, his fellow Czech, right behind him. Down the home straight, dropping into the first turn. Voracek trying to put some distance between himself and Milan Sitniansky. Promutico having a great ride in third though on the 256 machine, but it's Voracek doing what he did in race 1. Just leading from the front as we go back on board here with Kaivers. He's in sixth place. Busai now third, Promutico fourth, Lados and Kaivers rounding out the top 6 on that number 96 machine. Milan Sitniansky sitting there in second. Losing touch and coming under pressure from Busai. Battle for fourth here with Promutico, Joan Lados and Kaivers there just watching on. Board though with Kaivers behind Lados. Top 3 starting to pull clear. There's Busai in third place, closing in massively on Milan Sitniansky. Just a matter of time before the Italian goes through. Finished second in race 1 did Giovanni Busai on that blue TM, riding the new 200 number, and he's into second place. So Milan Sitniansky getting caught probably on the crest, the right-hander before they enter the off-road section. That's one of the best passing areas on the circuit. Now going after our race leader. Voracek trying to check out, but not able to. Oh, and Kivers there catching the crash from Lados. So Lados just running into the back. On board here still. With Kivos just behind Stanbeck. Stanbeck went by as he made that mistake where he had to avert. Lados and looking to go down the inside of the Swede here. Not able to go through there though. Tight battle here. Stanbeck. And Kivers. Kivers makes a small mistake as well as he just exits the turn, catches one of the tyres. Just has to be careful. Here's a battle for fourth though. Promutico, Kevin Fagra and John Stanbeck now. A three-way for those guys. Battle for 12. Aro Javier and Marco Palaccio. Voracek out on his own though. But for how much longer? Here's a battle for fourth place. Promutico, Fagra on the 13, Stanbeck and Kivers down there in 7th place. This one is going to run all the way to the flag, surely. Oh, a little bit of a sneaky line down the inside there for John Stanbeck. Fortunate to get away with that one. A little bit further back though, the battle for 9. Guillard and Severs. Oh, and we've got a man down. Number 17, Severa out. On board though with Kivers. That was Severa on the deck. Final lap though, and it couldn't be tighter between Voracek and Busai. But out of the final turn, Voracek holds on and wins S2 Race 2. Busai coming home in 2nd, and Milan Sitniatsky will come home in 3rd. Fans showing their appreciation for Milan Sitniatsky, but there you go. Voracek, Busai, Sitniatsky, your top 3. Promutico, Fagra and Kivers, your top 6. Lados eventually coming home in 8th. Podium time then. 3rd overall this weekend, Milan Sitniatsky. Giovanni Busai coming home 2nd. Peter Voracek, your overall winner. He takes the winner's trophy back to the Czech Republic. And he's continuing to lead the championship as well after 2 rounds. There is the championship leader's red plate for Peter Voracek.
Big thanks to organization because the track was prepared very well. Also, the jury make a really good decision because they say the time practice will be today. Yesterday was very wet and today was really nice weather. So perfect, and thank you very much for organization. It was really great. And special thanks to my girlfriend because she supported me a lot, and I have really good fun on the races with her, and she follow me all the time. And also big thanks to Angel Grau, the Grau team, because the bike functioned really perfect, and in Spanish circuit the Spanish bike definitely functioned. So thank you very much everybody.
So the championship looks like this then in S2. Voracek just losing 3 points so far this year. Busai 2nd, Sitniatsky 4th, Fagra and Kivers your top 5.
Hi to everybody, ciao tutti, I'm Pavel Kimar, 71 number, riding S1 class and riding for Franco Molo for KTM racing team. The bikes from the last year are completely different because 2016 we have new frame, new engine, new suspension, new brakes. It's everything new Swinar, but Franco working really hard on this, and the bikes are better than what I had from last year. And I have to thanks also to the Anna because she make really good food. Thank you. We have also in European Championships and S1 class, the riders. Is in S1 is Lionel de Rieder and S2 is Roman Caivars. For championship, we wanted to fight, of course, for the title, but it's really hard. But Thomas is a few times world champion, and this is really hard to be same fast like he. Also, they have good bikes, but we have better. Sure, I want to win, or of course I wanted to get podium. Thank you to everybody. Ciao.
Finish. Finish. On Saturday, after free practice had been held in warm and sunny conditions, the Circuito de la Vega was caught up in a thunderstorm, which meant the organising club and the FIM made a brave decision to cancel all time practice sessions to preserve the off-road part of the circuit. So, with that in mind, Supermoto switched to Sunday, and the session finished like this. In 6th, it was Asiri Kingerling with a 102.6. 5th was David Jimenez, a 102.174. 4th for Mark Rayner Schmidt with a 101.7. Pavel Kamar, a 101.4, was in 3rd. Lucas Holbacher with a 101.1. But it was Thomas Scherer who came home victorious with a 1 minute .962. And as a result of his quick time, Thomas Scherer collected a contingency check for a set of tyres courtesy of Michelin. Here's how the riders line up then. Thomas Scherer will start from pole for the second time this season. Alongside him are Lucas Holbacher and Pavel Kamar. Row 2 is headed up by Mark Rayner Schmidt with David Jimenez and Asiri Kingerling lining up 5th and 6th. Yesterday's time sessions were cancelled due to the weather, but today is a good day to go racing. And the lights go out for S1GP Race 1. Thomas Scherer with a whole shot from Lucas Holbacher and Pavel Kamar. Asiri Kingerling passing David Jimenez through that turn to take 5th almost immediately. But it's Scherer leading the way as they plunge downhill. Holbacher 2nd, Kamar 3rd, Escalara Sanchez down in 6th place. And then behind him is Kingerling in 7th place. But it's a good start for Jimenez in 5th place still. Thomas Scherer, though, leading the way. Holbacher, Kamar, Rayner Schmidt and Jimenez, your top 5. Dropping up the hill on board with Schmidt just behind Kamar and Holbacher. Holbacher in 2nd. Just behind Thomas Scherer, the leader. So Schmidt looking to impress here. Battle for 2nd position, just behind Thomas Scherer, Lucas Holbacher and Pavel Kamar. Just behind them, battling for 4th place, Mark Rayner Schmidt and David Jimenez on the number 21 machine. He's in 5th. Oh, and Kingerling has fallen from 7th. Battle for 2nd continues here. Holbacher on the 72. Kamar dropping downhill into the off-road part of the racetrack. It's Scherer trying to pull a slight advantage at the head of the field. Scherer just inching away from Holbacher. A little bit further back though. Battle for 6. Escalara Sanchez on the 22. Lionel de Rieder and Gerard Bayo giving chase. But Scherer now starting to pull clear in 1st. Down the start straight then for Thomas Scherer. Enters the first turn nice and cool, under braking, not flustered. Holbacher, Kamar, Schmidt going through there on the 41 in 4th. Jimenez, 21 in 5th place. Schmidt though, coming under pressure from Jimenez. Right in front of the main fans there, to their left. As they swoop downhill again, working their way back towards the final turn. On board, Mark Rayner Schmidt in 4th. just giving us some indication of the different elevation that this circuit has to offer. Still holding 4th place ahead of Jimenez. Mark Rayner Schmidt again on board with Schmidt. Just listen to the throttle control here on the hard, slick circuit. Scherer, though. These conditions obviously suiting the Frenchman perfectly. Hard, slick, sunny. Holbacher and Kmart remain in 2nd and 3rd, within touching distance of the leader. While a little further back here, Mark Rayner Schmidt, 41, still there in 4th, but he really has his hands full now with David Jimenez in 5th place. Schmidt and Jimenez still giving the crowd something to cheer over. Spaniard desperately looking to find his way into 4th place. Rayner Schmidt, though, making it very difficult for the Spaniard, being urged on by the home fans here. Thomas Scherer totally in control at the head of the field, though, on the number 4 factory TM. Hasn't been stressed at all. A little bit further back, Lionel Derrida in 6th, breaking away slightly from Gerard Baillot on the 17 machine, there in 7th place. Tight battle for 2nd, though. Holbacher has been caught by Pavel Kmart in the closing stages of the race. So Holbacher, 72, really now has to dig in deep if he is to hold Kmart at bay. Thomas Scherer on the final lap then. A mile out in front. Has made it look so easy here on his first visit to this Al Baida circuit. Neatly through the chicanes, dipping the elbows to get through there with plenty of room to spare, but out of the final corner, and it's going to be a win in Moto number 1 for Thomas Scherer. In the background there, Holbacher and Kmart, so Kmart not able to find a way through. Classification then, race 1, Thomas Scherer wins from Holbacher and Kmart. Schmidt 4th, Jimenez 5th, ahead of Derrida, Escalara, Bayo, Kingelin and Hernandez. Lights go out then, S1GP race 2 on board with Mark Rayner Schmidt, front row, but muscling his way down the inside. Lucas Holbacher and Rayner Schmidt going through on Thomas Scherer, so Scherer losing that front row pole position advantage. Dropping downhill. Holbacher, Schmidt, Scherer, Kmart in 4th, but goes wide, gets passed by Jimenez and by Derrida as well. So not a good opening lap for Pavel Kmart. The top 3 already trying to break away. So Holbacher leading the way. Schmidt, Scherer, Jimenez, Derrida, Kmart, Escalara, Sanchez and Bayo. They're your top 8 as we go through the off-road section. Battle for the lead though. Lucas Holbacher and Mark Rayner Schmidt. Scherer not too far behind. Maybe he's just playing the waiting game. On board with Schmidt. Chases down Lucas Holbacher in that battle for the lead. Look how close Thomas Scherer is, though, on his factory TM on the number 4 machine. Multi-time world champion Thomas Scherer. He knows how to play this game, that's for sure. But look at that closing in there in the background. 21 of Jimenez. Go back on board with Schmidt. Be careful not to rush this. Mark Rayner Schmidt. Thierry Kingelin. Looking for a way through Luis Hernandez for 9th. Makes the pass stick at the end of the straight. Back on board with Mark Rayner Schmidt. Desperate to find his way. Maybe a little desperate perhaps. Almost running into the rear wheel of the 72. Holbacher in his quest to find his way to the front. 4-way battle now for the lead. Holbacher, Schmidt, Scherer and Jimenez joining the party. Definitely giving the fans good value for money here in this second S1GP race. Pushing on, he's closing down all the while on that yellow machine. Here's Jimenez looking for a way through, but a little bit further down. Escalara and Kmart. Kmart has found his way from 7th to 6th though, with a pass just over on the far side of the circuit. Now Kmart taking a while to get going here in race 2. Dorita going through, he's in 5th. Caught by Kmart now, so he has to be careful. Kmart definitely lighting it up and putting the show on for the fans as he goes through that part of the racetrack. Siri Kingelin gets in a little bit too hot through there. Trying to find his way past Bio. These two fighting over 8th place. Makes the move at the end of the straight and goes through. Battle for 6th. Lionel Dorita and Escalara Sanchez. Kingelin joining the party as well. So Kingelin there, number 11 in 8th place. Looking to find his way through. Tried here a lap ago. Gonna go in again. Oh, goes out. The back end goes out on him and he can't believe it. How frustrated is he there, going out of 8th place. There's Dorita. Oh, and Schmidt once again all over the back of Lucas Holbacher. Thomas Scherer right there. They've distanced themselves from David Jimenez, so it's a three-way battle now for the lead in the closing stages of this race. Holbacher, Schmidt there, 41 in 2nd position. Still on board again with Mark Rennerschmidt out of the final turn, down the start-finish straight. Absolutely nothing in it between the top 3 riders in this second S1GP race. Holbacher, Schmidt, Scherer there, just off the back. In 3rd, how much longer will he wait? We're on lap 13 of 19. He can't leave it too much longer, surely, Thomas Scherer, if he's to find a way through and keep his unbeaten record intact in 2016. Through twists and turns of the off-road part of the racetrack. There's Kmart out on his own on the number 71 machine. He's in 4th place now. Back with the action at the front though. A frantic battle for the lead now. Lap 18 of 19. Holbacher, Schmidt and Scherer. Which one will this one go? On board with Schmidt, too far behind to do anything as they drop into turn 1. No sign of Scherer just yet. Whoa, big high side there from Kmart, from Holbacher. And Schmidt round the outside. Oh, and a mistake takes both riders out. So Holbacher losing his braking too late. Holbacher goes down. Schmidt runs wide, and that is an absolute gift for Thomas Scherer. Holbacher rejoins the race then in 3rd. Oh, the back end going again from him as he gets on the gas. Just take a look at this big, massive high side. The back end, that would have definitely cost him some horsepower. But Schmidt tried a move around the outside. Schmidt wasn't able to make it work though, and it's Thomas Scherer. He now chases on the final lap. Scherer, the Frenchman, just needs to bring this baby home. Just a handful of corners to go. Oh, and I tell you what, Holbacher again, back end getting a little bit loose on him, even on the final lap there. Making their way up to the final corner. Thomas Scherer and Mark Rennerschmidt. Barring a mistake now, there's going to be no way through for Schmidt, and it's going to be Thomas Scherer with a double moto victory here in race number 2. He cannot believe it. And nor can Mark Rennerschmidt as well. So classification then, S1GP race 2. A gift in the end for Thomas Scherer, but he was there when it mattered. 25 points on the board for him. Mark Rennerschmidt 2nd. Holbacher, after leading right until the final lap, has to be content with 3rd. Kmart Jimenez rounding out the top 5. And for the overall classification this weekend, it's another win for Thomas Scherer, another maximum points haul as well. Holbacher 2nd, Schmidt will stand on the 3rd step of the podium. Podium time then. 3rd overall this weekend, Mark Rennerschmidt. 2nd for Lucas Holbacher, and your winner there for TM Factory Racing, Thomas Scherer. Trophies being dished out. 3rd place for Schmidt Holbacher on the podium again this weekend in second. But what a season it's turning out to be again for Thomas Charret, the Frenchman picking up 2 more wins here in Albaida. Of course, he continues to lead the championship as well, undefeated so far in 2016, so the championship leader's red plate being delivered once more to Thomas Charret. And the Frenchman, I bet he can't believe his luck after what happened in that final race.
Another good weekend for me. Yesterday was difficult for me. It was the first time for me in the Albaida. And so another day today, I take the pole position and I won the 2 races. Not so easy in second moto, but the most important is the result, and I'm so happy for that.
The most important thing is the result, he says. You betcha. Well, here's how it looks in the World Championship standings. Thomas Charret on maximum points so far from the first 2 rounds. Mark Rayner-Schmidt is second, Lucas Holbacher third, with Kmart and Jimenez rounding out the top 5. Well, what a great Grand Prix we had here in the Comunidad of Valenciana. Manufacturers look like this, TM on top with 100 points, of course. We had difficult circumstances with the weather on Saturday, everything being run on Sunday. But join us next time when we go to Italy and the circuit of Busca for round 3. My name's Paul Malin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then. Bye for now.